just because I don't like going out to nature doesn't mean that I can't bring nature to me. Insert Twichty. Twichty is my new plant, guys. What do we think of the plant? Do we like it? Is it pretty? It is a VV plant, guys. Apparently, it likes low light environments, aka my room. So it's kind of a vibe. It's very cute. It's in a little pot. Apparently, it'll get big. I don't know if it'll get big. Life is best, School Sloth. You're so real for that one. You're absolutely real for that one. And guys, just like a life wizard, we've got life here. I'm so close to my Genshin Pity. Hey, and Icy Hot, here's the thing. I'm on it. Wait, isn't that bad, though? Isn't that bad that you're close to Pity? And I'll be right back. Isn't the whole point you don't want to be close to Pity? Because if you're close to Pity, that means you're getting scammed, right? I don't, if I remember correctly, guys. I haven't played Genshin in a hot minute. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to... The reason, I think I wonder why does I zoom out my lens? I don't know if I zoomed out my lens. It doesn't really matter. Either way, guys, what do I need to do? I need to win a dungeon. Guys, let's go win a dungeon. Why is this... Oh my god, I'm in photo mode? Mind your business. Everyone, once again, I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. I hope everything's exciting. I hope you guys are excited for Easter tomorrow. Oh my god, it's gonna be Easter, guys. And I'm an adult. I don't live with my parents anymore, which means no eggs will be hidden, guys. My mom hid eggs until the day until I left my home. And I'm gonna be real, she was real for that. Okay, guys, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 97 or you're, well, I guess if you were like 5, you probably wouldn't want to hunt. Can a 5-year-old hunt eggs? Guys, I don't know, like, what is the developmental stage of a 5-year-old? I don't really know if a 5-year-old can hunt eggs. But either way, unfortunately, I need to buy my Reese's eggs. You do. Hide eggs and look for them. Hey, you know what, Sloth? That's a big brain idea. If that's a big brain idea if I've ever heard one. Guys, I will buy my eggs, and then I will hide them. And then, you know what I should do? Here's what you should do. You guys, you should, you know, you should be really delirious, and whether that's through sleep deprivation or some method, you should be really delirious. You hide your eggs. Then you go to sleep. Then you wake up in the morning, and who knows where the eggs are. And then you can find them. Yeah. No, 100%. That did trip me up, guys. Today is 4/19, which I hope you guys are excited. That's you know, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit of a crazy coinkading. But what can we say, guys? Do rabbits not eat grass? Exactly, okay? Rabbits eat grass. But the Easter Bunny, I guess, wouldn't eat grass. I feel like does the Easter Bunny eat chocolate? Because isn't the whole point of the Easter Bunny, like, poops the eggs? I don't know if that's a thing. Or the Easter Bunny, like, plays them. I don't know. Because here's the thing, guys. The Easter Bunny doesn't have the manufacturing power of Santa. Okay, Santa has a workforce. He has the elves. Okay, they're making the toys. They're packaging the toys. They're storing the toys. They're doing the logistics for Santa. They're feeding the reindeer. Okay, he's got a force with him. The Easter Bunny, he does it all himself. Okay, he's a single mom who works 2 jobs. So, I don't really know what he's doing. I'm sorry, did you interrupt? Hey. Dinosaur, that move was older than your mother. Boom. Guys, I just roasted that dinosaur. Why? Because I don't know. It replaced my light fire aura with a fire aura, which doesn't really matter. Guys, now I want to give a warning here, and I do apologize. I'm an easy bit defeated. And that's because I went outside. And here's the thing, guys. I love doing stuff indoors. And when I go outside, you should pretend. No, that's real. That's honestly so real, Sloth. Guys, I went outdoors, and I'm honestly, I'm so exhausted. I also, guys, I got 4 hours of sleep. Why? Because I was playing the stupid... And now, I want to clarify, not stupid. In my opinion, absolutely amazing. I was playing the... Excuse me. If you don't remember, I was playing the wizard game, which I showed 2 days ago, which was the wizard game. Let me actually reference this game instead of being a nincompoop. It's hot AF today. You know what's so funny? Icy Hot, I was freezing today. I was absolutely freezing, but that's because I went to the Venice Canal today. If you didn't know, in LA, they have obviously there's a place called Venice Beach. I know, amazing, shocking. And in Venice Beach, they have something called the Venice Canals. Now, I thought they were just gonna be like giant, like, you know, like cement pipes or like water gets piped through. They're literally canals. Now, what exactly is getting piped through them? I don't know. There's a lot of algae. It was very cute. There were a lot of pretty houses. And by pretty houses, I mean houses that were anywhere from $1.5 to $6 million. Were they pretty? Some of them were. And some of them were absolutely hideous. And I was like, oof, that's tough. But at the end of the day, I guess land is land. You said it's hot? Temperature in LA. Is it hot in LA? I am so sorry, Icy Hot. It is 69 degrees right now in LA. With a high of 73. Guys, there's one nice thing about California. We've got temperate weather like no other. And then we're just gonna... Why don't I have a life pip? Am I crazy? I feel like I should have a life pip. Hopefully this doesn't take me out. I think we'll be fine. But either Icy Hot, how hot is it? Also, here's the thing. Your name is Icy Hot. do you like things colder or do you like things hotter? Because I feel like you're kind of giving like, you know, you like, either you like a mid-ground or you like high and low. Like me, I don't like things too cold. I don't like things too hot. Call me Goldilocks. I want it just right. Thank you very much. The shower? Well, actually, that's not true. I think in a shower, I want it colder than hotter. Like, I like room, you know what? Here's the thing. My room is usually like 70 degrees, and I think I like room temp water when it comes to my showering. It's my favorite thing ever. Oh, I'm East Coast. It's 83. Oh, and that's also humid. See, that's the thing too. Humidity. Oh, I do not like humidity. Okay, here I like humidity in the sense that it like makes me feel moisturized. Like I feel like it helps my skin not feel dry. Exact same humidity. No, I don't want to be sticky. Okay, I don't want to be wet. Thank you very much. I would like to have dry air. Okay, dry heat, dry cold. Very nice. Now, I don't actually think I've ever experienced like, is humid cold a thing? I don't actually know if like humid cold is a thing, because I don't go places that are. That's interesting, guys. I very rarely travel anywhere that's cold. The only place in my head that I've traveled that's like colder than California is Poland. And when I went to Poland in the winter, and that was horrible. Guys, be very wary. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if it's still true to this day. I haven't been to Poland in a minute. Wet snow? I just don't really experience snow. I don't really, like, guys, I have truthfully been in snow, like, with, like, an adult brain once in my life. How are so the wildfires are over? I think. I currently am not aware of any wildfires, LA. Property owners, yeah. No, so the wildfires are over. They ended the 31st. Those are like the big ones. And they were bad, obviously, but they were not bad for me because they were like, no, so LA's huge, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but LA is an absolutely huge county, and they happened basically, I'm in like the middle of LA. And they happened, if the top of LA, that's where like UCLA is, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Spooky Island Local, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. And so that's where the fires were, like in the Hollywood Hills and where Pasadena is, basically on the outskirts of the edges of LA where all like these mountains are. So moral story, I was nowhere close. Obviously they were horrible for a lot of people, but you know, people rebuild, we come back. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, here's the thing. Honestly, if you live in California, wildfires are just part of the game. It's kind of horrible, but it's just true. Because when I grew up, I also was in horrible wildfires up in Northern California in Santa Rosa. So it's like, there were horrible wildfires there. There were like some wildfires near Santa Barbara. Then there were wildfires in LA. And I'm just like, cool, awesome, great. We're just, you know, it's burning and guys, it's like this. You literally see the smoke falling in Wizard 101. This is my experience. And this is why I'm playing Jack Ash, guys, okay? It's me reconquering my fear of Ash. Because guys, it's not like now I want to be very clear. This is not PTSD in any stretch of the imagination. I will say when I smell like smoky air, it does affect me a little. I'm like, I just do not enjoy it in any way, shape, or form. Not that anyone enjoys smoky air, but it really does remind me of because guys, when I was in high school, I was literally like, I was standing in the backyard and I was looking at a hill, and the hill line was just fire. It was just red fire, just peeking. It was nasty. It really was. My house was burned down, to clarify. It got very close, 6 feet. Okay, guys, the fire got within 6 feet of my home. I want to be clarified. When I say 6 feet, I mean, I literally put my foot to foot, or like, I guess, foot to heel, and I measured 6 of my foot to heels. So, you know, exact measurement, give or take something. You know what I wanted to do? I'm sorry, guys, because here's the thing. I have because apparently, you know, growing lamps for plants. Apparently, there's growing lamps for plants. And I was asking someone who's more of a plant expert than me, and you apparently want RGB light, like red, like the full spectrum of light. And fortunately, I have an RGB light that's pretty good that I bought for streaming, which is my background, but then I switched it to regular light to like give to my plant. But I need to, actually, you know what? Maybe I don't have to switch it around. Maybe, I'm sorry guys, let me really quickly see if I can just like switch this to blue real quick and it's gonna work. It's just not aiming where I want, and then if I drag this down, guys, I just like I like a little bit of a subtle, colorful background. I don't know, it feels a little more professional. Now, is it shining side of my face? Yes, but you know what? Don't look at it. Collect statues, is that the right quest? Oh, it is. Honestly, today I'm kind of vibing. Does California get a lot of smog from China? Doesn't California get a lot of smog from China? That's an excellent question. I don't think so. I don't think we get any. So here's the thing. I would first clarify that China is nowhere near California, right? Right. Now, I'm gonna be honest here. I think it's the Pacific Ocean. I don't know what ocean it is, but it goes China, Japan, ocean, California. So I don't really know how we would get smog, and maybe that's been a thing in the past. Is LA a smoggy city? Yes. I would say any city in well, not all cities, because it does depend where you are and how, because from the ocean, right, there's winds that will blow certain air, which I don't really understand. What I can tell you, though, is because of the mountains, right? Usually when there's mountains that exist, it's coast mountains and then it's desert on the other side because it, like, the mountains, like, block some of the moisture or something. I don't know. Something like that I learned in some environmental class. Either way, I don't think we have smog. LA itself is a smoggy city. But what's interesting, guys, is I've always been so scared of the air. If you never looked at the air quality index, that's completely fair. I've looked at the air quality index a lot just because when there were wildfires, I was like stressed. I'm like, oh, am I breathing in toxic air? Am I breathing in good air? Obviously, no one wants to bring in bad air. Though the air sensitivity ratings really aren't that bad. It just depends. Obviously, if you have asthma or you have a compromised immune system, that can be way worse for you, and that's completely understandable. But honestly, guys, the air in LA is never really that bad. Mind you, one day during the fires, it was horrible. But even on its, like, worst ratings, it's really just, like, warning for people who suffer from asthma. Which I guess a fair amount of people suffer from asthma. I do not, but in general, I feel like it's not that bad. But yeah, it's a little bit smoggy, but I don't know. Even then, I don't think it's, like, horribly smoggy. Is it as good as where I grew up or where I've lived in California? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. I will say, you know, fresh air doesn't beat anything, but you know, you win some, you lose some. I will also say, would I have the same I kind of say career opportunities, but I don't even mean that. But would I have the same options if I didn't live in LA? No. So yeah, do I like smog? No. That's the crazy thing, though. If you guys remember during COVID, they talked about how, like, I think it was New York, right? New York, like 100%, like the air completely cleared out and you could see everything, and basically all these cities, right, because no one was driving, there was so much smog that cleared out, that's just, like, insane to think about the amount of, obviously, like, pollution and stuff that goes into the air that just, like, clouds our view. And I think that's, like, really sad. I will say, guys, it is cool to look at. It's cool, especially there's some like skyscraper. I guess they are skyscrapers in LA that you can go up and then look over. And because LA is very sprawled out, right? And I've never been to New York, so this is my assumption. From my understanding of New York, right? It's obviously very condensed and it's very tall. Whereas LA, we have like a hub, right? We have like downtown LA, we have Culver City, we have Santa Monica, we have these hubs of cities. And then if you like are in a skyscraper, you can like see all of LA out to the ocean because it's very flat and spread out because there's just so much land, which is it's insane. Which is also very interesting to think about because, guys, when I was in Taiwan, I went to Taiwan. Highly recommend going to Taiwan. Taiwan is a very beautiful country. They have so much nature. The food is delicious. I really love Taiwan. When I was in Taiwan, I was staying in a hostel and I met this guy from South Korea, and it was cool because I talked to him a bit about South Korea, and he was traveling, and one thing he mentioned that he personally really liked about visiting the US, and something I'd always put together, is like, for example, South Korea obviously is a much smaller landmass than the United States of America, and so, right, they don't build out, they build up, versus in California I say California, but in all the US, with the luxury of land, right, we tend to build out, not up. Versus like New York, for example, they have a limit of land, so I think they build up. And so he really liked how spread out it was. And I will admit, guys, I'm a bit of a sucker for the whole spread out look. I really do enjoy, it's not the best, but I really enjoy land. I enjoy spreadness. I think at some point in my life, when I retire from whatever job I have, I want to live in the middle of nowhere. I love what some people call the boonies. Now, mind you, obviously, I don't want to be too far away from a grocery store, okay? I'm not talking an hour drive. That's insane. But I really do like nothing because I think the air smells so fresh. It just feels empty. I don't think I'm the biggest city person because there's not many things that excite me. Like, one person that I met, they described LA, and I've met multiple people who have described LA as a very green city. They're like, oh my God, there's so much nature here. It's so green. And I think compared to some places people are from, it's very green. In comparison to Northern California, in comparison to more like spread out areas, LA is not green. Don't get me wrong. LA has plants. It has things. No, absolutely not in anywhere, shape, or form is it green. And that's one thing that definitely, It just bothers me a little because I am just a sucker for nature. Start farming. Here's the thing. I don't think I should be a farmer. I don't think I could be a farmer, and I don't think I want to be a farmer. Here, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I would farm. What would guys, what's a no-kill thing I could farm? I guess I could farm plants. I don't really want to farm crops. That seems kind of stressful. But I guess I could try to be like a super organic, cool farm. I could do something like that. Maybe I could do something crazy. I need crops. I think I would grow corn. Potatoes. I like potatoes. I would really like corn though. I am a sucker for corn on the cob. I love corn on the cob. You know what, guys? Wow. We have done 2 bosses in a row successfully. Let me cross my fingers. We have done 2 bosses in a row successfully. This is pretty awesome. Don't fizzle game. I guess I could grow potatoes. I don't know. I don't think farming's really for me. Guys, when my kindergarten had a farm on it. And there were cows, there were chickens, there were rabbits, there were, hello camera, I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful Saturday, how are you? There were beehives, and so I got a little bit more of the, what some people would consider a traditional farming experience. Not my favorite thing in the world. I'm gonna be honest here, and I think that kind of to appreciate farming, maybe you have to grow up on a farm more, or you just have to be I think some people are just an Aggie person, right? They like agriculture, they like things. Not me, guys, I don't like outside. Okay, I don't really like dirt. I don't really like bugs. I like trees. I like fresh air, and that's kind of about it. There's a reason I like my dungeon. I am good, camera. I got a plant. I saw some canals. I'm having a good day. I did eat some chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I did not get my nether sauce. However, one of my friends got the Happy Meal from Minecraft, and they got the sheep. And I think the sheep is the cutest Minecraft toy you can get. Do I like the Minecraft toys? No, not really. But I think the sheep is really cute. Excuse me. Oh, and I also got I got an iced mocha. I got a large iced mocha coffee from Starbucks. Not good. Really not that good. Not that I thought it'd be that good. And there was a lot of ice. I hate ice and drinks. And obviously, don't get me wrong. Guys, one of my favorite experiences ever. I got humbled so quick. Where was I? I think I was in an airport. Guy, I don't remember what country. I don't remember. Somewhere in Southeast Asia. I was in an airport, and I got I went to a little stall and I got like mango juice or something, and I said no ice. And guys, I kid you not, the cup this big, okay, the filled with mango this much. Why? Because they didn't include ice. They said, okay, buddy, and guess what? You're getting the same amount of juice whether you want ice or not. Okay, we see you, we hear you, and we don't care. And I honestly thought they were real for that. I was like, okay, you know what? Sure, you said these are our proportions we're serving. But, you know, was it a little annoying? Yeah. And it's not like I say no ice to get more. Obviously, I want more. It's also, I just don't like ice in my drinks. I'm not an ice person. I did get a plant. I got a VV plant. A VV plant, I was told, is good for a low light setting, which is my room, because I barely ever open my blinds, and I don't want to open my blinds again. Do you mind if I test something with your wizard right now? You don't have to do anything. I'm not teleporting you. Just want to see what the pixie mail looks like. Camera, of course. Absolutely no worries at all. Like, you can send me pixie mail whenever you want. Guys, go crazy. Send me pixie mails. Okay, you know what? That's what I should do. Guys, here's the thing. Once I know this is going to sound shocking. Once I start my Wizard 101 podcast, where we only talk about Wizard 101 related things, we'll then have an advice section about Wizard 101, and I'll only take in questions through pixie mail. I am very much kidding, but wouldn't that be kind of funny? I'd be like, okay, guys, and time to do the advice section. Let's look at our pixie mail. Oh my god. I think pixie mail is kind of cute. And I guess you can kind of, you send messages that are, like, later. I don't really get it, though. Like, because here's my thing. I guess people don't see chats if you log on and then log off. Oh, my god, Cameron, you redid your whole fit. My goodness, you look like a vampire. I don't know if you're trying to look like a vampire. It's just your eyes are red. Which I guess, you know what? You could also be sleep deprived. I apologize. You could 100% be sleep deprived as well.
I will let King
Yeah, you're welcome.
know how you have helped this day.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually amazing. I'm literally the best wizard in Wizard 101. Some people call me a legend, and I call myself a legend as well. Oh, Gilroy Jackal Pants. Okay, that's... Guys, how do you think they feel with that? You know what? Galvanic Field is, like, not the worst Maycast. Everything else is absolutely horrible. But that is really not the worst Maycast. Guys, I'm really just waiting until I go across the bridge. Once I go across the bridge, I will officially feel like we've made some progress in Azteca. But until I go across the Rainbow Bridge, I'm just like, we really have not gotten where we want to get. Which, I'm terrified. I truthfully am. Oh, I also have a new game I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to have a new game. We're going to play a few matches. It's a soccer game. It's an open beta. I guess I don't know if I can stream it. I'm just gonna assume I can stream it. I would be shocked if I couldn't. And you know what? If I can't, so be it. They can ban me. I really doubt they would because it's an open beta. Or it's not open, but you like apply. It's kind of it's a 5v5 soccer game. I think it's kind of fun. Do I think it's meant to be played with a lot of players? Yes. Oh, I just got a pixie mail. Dear Jack, there's a time and place for everything. Not this though. Leave me be. Leave me be. This is a test. If you took this too seriously, you are in the wrong and you are crazy. We're all talking about it. Bye. You know what, Cameron? This was really funny. The leave me be part, this kind of threw me. I think you need some punctuation there. But besides that, that did make me absolutely cackle. Cameron, you keep writing because you are a good writer. You make me cackle. What was I doing, guys? I was doing something. Oh, quests. We were looking at where we were in quest-wise. Boom, 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 boom. You wish you were here and you weren't here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Azteca Wizard 101 quests. Wizard 101. It has 197 quests. I want to see what it looks like when someone gets it. Oh, I see. Okay. Guys. Oh. We're not very far. Oh, we're close, though. I think we're close. We have to be. Wait. Are we on, maybe we're on Floodlands? I don't know, but I think we're pretty close. Yeah. You did like 357 days. Oh no, guys. Okay, my deck's a little thick. Guys, we need to de-thickify my deck. This is what we need to do. Oh, guys, I watched a new episode of Summer House. Very good. Very good, guys. Guys, watch Summer House. I really recommend it. If you like reality TV at all, I think Summer House is peak reality TV because it's like with people who are friends. It's not as intense as reality. Like I think there's a really nice essence of friendship that kind of punctuates the storylines that I enjoy. It is quite good. I'm kind of going for a vampire rider historian and the pet matches too. Oh, does it? We've got ancient gloomy eye. Oh, it does. Honestly, you know what I imagine? I imagine you're like a reporter and you're like your eye is like a scribe, or it's like, you know, it's either recording you or it's like recording things down. That's very cool. Nothing, obviously, you have your own interpretation. How is my deck too? This is crazy, guys. I don't understand my deck's too thick. You know what? We're just making it thinner. At some point, I was thinking scribe too. Okay, hey, big brains think alike. Same spectrum. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't think I do enough damage. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Let me really quickly. I also want to say, guys, the show I recommended yesterday, I'm going to pull back on my recommendation, okay? And this is no fault to the show. I just think it ends, in my opinion, not very well. Yesterday, guys, I recommended... Where is this show? I'm sorry, guys. I need to find on my... Guys, I watch too much television, okay? What can I say? If you don't watch television, that's completely up to you. More power to you. You know, do read. Read a book is good. Number 1, Happy Family USA. I enjoyed this show. Now, here's the thing. I think it's a good show. I think the end, I don't really know what they're doing with the plot. Like, they were, like, doing a lot of real subjects, and then they kind of got into some, like, mythical stuff, and sometimes they do stuff that's not real, but that's totally fine. Like, I don't need a show to be 100% real, but at one point they're just like doing things that make, in my opinion, absolutely no sense, and they ended the season on a cliffhanger, and on a cliffhanger where I'm like, I don't care what happens. So honestly, I just have no idea where they're going, but you know, whatever. Either way, I would say maybe watch it. Watch like the first 7 episodes, and I think you'll get a hoot and holler, unless you don't like it. If you don't like it, then don't watch it at all. But I will now, unfortunately, guys, I'm kind of out of TV shows. So once again, if anyone has a recommendation, I'll always take it. At any point in time, I will take TV show recommendations. Will I shoot them down just as fast as I take them? Yes, I will. But I love to hear them. Why, guys? Because if there's one thing in this world I love, it's TV. However, I will say, for someone who loves TV, guys, I could not write television for the life of me. I'm sometimes thinking, like, could I be, like, a television person? Could I, like, make videos about TV shows? No. Because here's the thing. People would hate my takes because I don't have well-researched opinions. I don't have well-informed opinions about TV shows. I have TV shows how I watch them, right? And how I watch a television show is I go, watch, skip. Watch, skip, right? Because when I'm bored, I'm not going to sit there. However, I think if I skip things, then absolutely I miss context clues. And when I miss context clues, you know, sometimes I'm like, that makes absolutely no sense. And then you run it back and you say... Wait a minute. No, that does make sense. What do you mean that doesn't make sense? Because I just missed a point, which is something that happens in books. And I never intend for me to miss, like, what happens in books. We are on Journey to the Cenote of the Earth. And Journey to the Cenote of the Earth? Oh. Okay, we are on quest. Okay, we're not as far as I hoped. I'm gonna be honest here. We're on quest 70. But we're making progress. We are getting close to Cloudburst Forest. Now it's 194. So once we hit 100, we are halfway. We are close to halfway. We are, what's 70 of 200? The 70 of 200 is the same as 35 of 100, which means they're 35% of the way. That doesn't, no. Why? That math feels like it's mathing, but I don't feel like it should feel like it's mathing the way it is mathing. And I know that was a little convoluted, because 75% of 200 is 35%. You know what? I guess that is. But is that 35? Because every 5 is 2.5%, so then... Something's wrong. Something's wrong. My math is not mathing. One calculator? I can't believe I'm pulling out a calculator for this, but this is actually irking me. 75 divided by 200. It's 30. Oh, it's 37 and a half. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay, anyways, guys, we're 37.5% done with Aztec up. Why put it in such exact terms? Because, guys, I'm an exact person. Okay, I'm a measure of science, a measure of ideas. I have a hypothesis. My hypothesis is I need to stop playing Scribe Wizard 2. Guys, I love the game that I was playing. I got 0 where I went to bed at 4 a.m. Why? Because I was playing the game too much. Guys, I love a game that I can't beat a little bit. Not always, but something about this game, I just want to beat it so badly. And I'm trying, and I like that there's so many different spells and so many different combos I can do. It brings me a lot of joy. Obviously, sometimes I like doing repetitive stuff, like a Wizard 101. Now that the game's actually not repetitive. It obviously, that's why I think I enjoy later worlds less too. Because I feel like in the beginning worlds, like, my strategy does slowly change as I get new spells, I get access to new things. You know, I'm doing things. And then at some point, it really just becomes, let's do the exact same spell every single time, 5 turns in a row. Which is fine, but then it gets a little sad. Or at least I feel that way. And I also think it's because the enemy's HP gets a little stagnant. Like, I feel, well, I don't know. Maybe not. Guys, that's one thing I struggle with, to describe myself exactly. What am I reading right now? Spooky, that is an actually excellent question. The answer is absolutely nothing. Do I want to be reading something? Yes. Why am I not reading anything? I don't have time. I don't know where I would fit in. Well, I could be reading something. The Urks, that's true. I see hot. I enjoyed the Urks. I enjoyed the Urks. The Urks actually I thought were very intriguing. The Wallaroo bosses were fun. Yes, 100%. I thought the Urks were definitely an interesting challenge where they were hard, but they weren't too hard. But they at least made me switch up my deck, which I appreciated. I would love to be reading something. But I can tell you right now, the Brandon Sanderson series, I don't read either, so real. Well, let's be clear here. I recommend reading. I'm going to be very, guys, I really do recommend reading. Okay, reading is good for you. It's a good thing to do. I do recommend it. I will 100% acknowledge I'm not reading at the moment, but Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive. I will be reading book 6 when it comes out. I do think book 6 is going to come out in, like, what, book 6 release date? Am I going to live? Yes. Apparently, Brandon Sanderson has indicated that book 6 of the Stormlight Archive will likely be released around December 2031. There's no way. There is no way that book is getting released in 7 years. This is after a planned hiatus for Brandon Sanderson to focus on Mistborn Era 3 and the Atlantis sequels. Now, okay, that's crazy. Illiterate gang, that's also insane. Guys, I can't believe that's insane. Guys, but I will say Mistborn is extremely good. I would highly recommend Mistborn 2. It's another Brandon Sanderson series. It's very good. It is an amazing, if you like fantasy, if you like a cumulative world, it is absolutely everything you could possibly want.
Your jewel pouch is almost
Wizard, your jewel pouch is full.
Okay. To make room in your inventory.
Yeah. I get it. Let's get rid of some jewels. Bada bing, bada boom, jewels. Okay. All these jewels, thank you. No, I don't want to fix. Where in the world is this, bro? I've only super enjoyed dystopian books. I'd love to get into fantasy. I hate a dystopian book, but guys, that's because I don't like things. Well, I do. I really don't like things that are sad. I don't know where exactly people should start with fantasy. But I do think fantasy's good. I'm a sucker for fantasy just because I enjoy this world. I really do. But guys, there's something about magic, okay? And maybe I want to get away from this world sometimes a little bit. But I really, you know, a little bit of magic goes a long way for me, okay? A little bit of magic, I'm like, ooh. And that's... Thank God I did not leave. Thank God I did not leave. Oh my God. I love so much. I tried reading The Hobbit once, and maybe that was... I've heard... Here's the thing. I have not read The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, either of those series. I've heard they're very long and maybe boring. And I will say, I think one thing that can be really hard for people is fantasy has so much explanation and lore, and that's like something you have to be like mentally prepared for. And I don't think... The Hobbit is also a very long book. It's so long. Yeah, exactly, Spooky. And that's where I would say, you know, maybe... like, choose books that are shorter. I would not recommend, like, the longest book I have read